Alaska, a land of rugged beauty and untamed wilderness, holds within its icy embrace a rich tapestry of indigenous lore. Towering mountains pierce the sky, their snow-capped peaks reflected in the mirrored surfaces of pristine lakes. Among these legends, the story of the Kushtaka, a shape-shifting creature of immense power, stands out as a chilling reminder of the hidden dangers lurking in the shadows of this vast and unforgiving landscape. For centuries, the indigenous peoples of Alaska, including the Tlingit and Tsimshian communities, have shared whispered warnings of the Kushtaka. These tales, often recounted around crackling fires in the heart of winter, speak of a creature that embodies the very essence of the wild, unpredictable, alluring, and utterly ruthless. The origins of the Kushtaka legend are shrouded in the mists of time, passed down orally through generations of indigenous storytellers. These tales, deeply intertwined with the history and beliefs of the Tlingit and Tsimshian people, offer glimpses into a world where the natural and supernatural intertwine. Some stories suggest that the Kushtaka were once humans themselves, perhaps shamans or individuals who strayed from the traditional path, their souls becoming corrupted by dark forces within the wilderness. This transformation, often depicted as a punishment for greed, arrogance, or disrespect towards nature, serves as a stark warning against straying from the path of righteousness. Other tales link the Kushtaka to ancient spirits, primordial beings that have inhabited the Alaskan wilderness since time immemorial. These entities, neither wholly good nor evil, embody the raw, untamed power of nature, capable of both great benevolence and terrible destruction. The fluidity of the Kushtaka legend, its ability to adapt and evolve over time, is a testament to its enduring power. Imagine, if you will, the heart-stopping moment when the creature reveals itself, its true form sending shivers down your spine. The Kushtaka, a master of disguise, is said to most commonly appear as a humanoid figure, often resembling a familiar friend or relative, its voice a soothing balm to the unsuspecting ear. This deceptive guise, a cruel trick played on the weary or unwary traveler, serves to lure its victims into a false sense of security, drawing them away from safety and into the clutches of the unknown. However, beneath this veneer of humanity lies a chilling truth. The Kushtaka's true form is a grotesque mockery of human anatomy, a nightmarish fusion of animalistic features that chills the blood and chills the soul. Adding to its terrifying aspect is the Kushtaka's ability to shift between forms at will, transforming from man to beast and back again in the blink of an eye. Throughout the annals of Alaskan folklore, chilling accounts of Kushtaka encounters weave a tapestry of terror and wonder. These tales, often recounted in hushed tones around crackling fires, paint a vivid picture of the creature's malevolent nature and the very real danger it poses to those who dare to venture into its domain. Lost travelers, their voices trembling with fear, describe being stalked through the dense undergrowth, the feeling of unseen eyes upon their backs sending shivers down their spines. Fishermen, their boats bobbing precariously on the choppy waters of the Alaskan coast, recount tales of close encounters with the shape-shifting entity. They describe seeing a lone figure standing on a distant shore, its form shifting and shimmering in the fog, its cries for help echoing across the waves. The Kushtaka, it seems, takes particular delight in preying on those who are most vulnerable, exploiting their compassion and their desperation for its own twisted amusement. Perhaps the most terrifying aspect of these encounters is the creature's ability to manipulate the minds of its victims. The Kushtaka, forever entwined with the untamed wilderness of Alaska, holds a particular fascination with water, its presence felt most keenly along the icy shores and mist-shrouded rivers of this rugged land. Legends abound of the creature's affinity for aquatic environments, its shape-shifting abilities taking on a sinister new dimension in the watery depths. Fishermen, their livelihoods dependent on the bounty of the sea, speak in hushed tones of the Kushtaka's siren call, a haunting melody that echoes across the waves, luring unsuspecting victims to a watery grave. It is said that the creature, disguised as a drowning child or a helpless animal, cries out for help, its voice a heart-wrenching plea that tugs at the heartstrings of even the most hardened sailor. Those who succumb to the Kushtaka's watery allure rarely escape its clutches. The creature, a master of deception, uses the disorienting nature of the water to its advantage, dragging its victims beneath the surface, their struggles silenced by the icy depths. Some believe that the Kushtaka feeds on the life force of its victims, their souls forever bound to the creature's watery domain. The association of the Kushtaka with water adds a chilling layer to its already terrifying legend. The Kushtaka, a creature of both cunning and malice, is known for its cruel sense of humor, often toying with its victims before delivering the final fatal blow. Legends speak of the creature's penchant for playing tricks on unsuspecting humans, leading them astray in the wilderness, their minds unraveling under the weight of fear and exhaustion. Travelers, their compasses spinning wildly, find themselves walking in circles, their paths mysteriously blocked by fallen trees or impassable ravines. The Kushtaka, it seems, takes a perverse delight in watching its victims struggle, their desperation fueling its own twisted amusement. In some tales, the Kushtaka's games take on a more sinister tone. It is said that the creature enjoys mimicking the voices of loved ones, calling out to its victims from the darkness, luring them into traps or leading them to dangerous locations. The psychological torment inflicted by the Kushtaka is perhaps its most insidious weapon. The Alaskan wilderness, with its vast expanses and haunting silence, can be an unnerving place even in broad daylight. But it is at night, when the shadows lengthen and the temperature plummets, that the legend of the Kushtaka takes on a truly chilling dimension. For it is in the darkness, shrouded by the cloak of night, that the creature's presence is most keenly felt, its existence heralded by a symphony of unsettling sounds that send shivers down the spines of even the bravest souls. Imagine, if you will, lying awake in your tent, the only sound the gentle whisper of the wind through the trees. Suddenly, the silence is shattered by a piercing shriek, a blood-curdling wail that seems to echo from the very depths of the forest. For generations, the indigenous peoples of Alaska have coexisted with the legend of the Kushtaka, developing a complex system of beliefs and practices designed to ward off the creature's malevolent influence. These traditions, passed down orally from one generation to the next, offer a fascinating glimpse into the human struggle to make sense of the unknown, to find a semblance of order in a world often governed by chaos. Central to these beliefs is the concept of respect for the natural world, respect for the spirits that inhabit it, and above all, respect for the power of the Kushtaka itself. To avoid attracting the creature's attention, individuals venturing into the wilderness are advised to travel in groups, their voices and laughter serving as a deterrent to the solitary predator. Fire, a symbol of purification and protection, is believed to hold the creature at bay, its flickering flames casting back the shadows and providing a measure of comfort in the face of the unknown. While the legend of the Kushtaka is deeply rooted in the traditions of Alaska's indigenous peoples, its chilling presence continues to resonate in the 21st century, capturing the imaginations of those who live and work in this vast and unforgiving land. Despite the encroachment of modernity, the creature's hold on the Alaskan psyche remains strong, its story passed down through generations, its presence felt in the rustling leaves and the crashing waves. For many, the Kushtaka represents the untamed spirit of Alaska itself, a symbol of the wildness that continues to thrive in the face of human expansion. In recent years, there have been numerous reports of Kushtaka sightings, particularly in remote areas where the creature's legend is most deeply ingrained. While some dismiss these accounts as the products of overactive imaginations or the effects of isolation, others believe that they offer tantalizing evidence that the Kushtaka is more than just a myth. The enduring legacy of the Kushtaka extends beyond mere folklore, serving as a powerful reminder of the importance of respecting the natural world and acknowledging the delicate balance that exists between humanity and the wild. The creature's shape-shifting abilities, its mastery of disguise, and its penchant for luring unsuspecting victims to their doom serve as cautionary tales, urging us to approach the wilderness with a healthy dose of respect and humility. In a world where human actions increasingly threaten the delicate ecosystems that sustain us, the legend of the Kushtaka takes on a renewed urgency, reminding us that we are not masters of the natural world, but merely temporary inhabitants. The Kushtaka's association with water, a force both life-giving and destructive, underscores the importance of understanding and respecting the power of the elements. Just as the creature can transform from a harmless otter to a fearsome predator in the blink of an eye, so too can the sea shift from a source of sustenance to a raging torrent capable of swallowing entire communities. Ultimately, the Kushtaka embodies the awe-inspiring power and unpredictability of the natural world. The legend of the Kushtaka, passed down through countless generations of indigenous storytellers, continues to captivate and terrify those who dare to venture into the wilds of Alaska. This shape-shifting entity, with its grotesque appearance, unsettling cries and penchant for cruel tricks, serves as a chilling reminder of the unseen forces that lurk at the edges of our perception, challenging our understanding of the natural world and the boundaries of reality itself. The Kushtaka's enduring presence in Alaskan folklore speaks to the power of belief, the human need to make sense of the unknown, and the enduring allure of the unexplained. While the Kushtaka may be a creature of myth and legend, its story holds valuable lessons for us all. It reminds us to approach the natural world with respect, to acknowledge the power of the elements, and to tread lightly upon the earth.